Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be sponsored by Epidemic Sound, so I just want to give a quick shout out to them, say thank you for that, because this is going to be officially my first sponsored YouTube video, and I've always wanted to say that in one of my videos, so that's just awesome. We're going to be talking about Epidemic Sound a little bit more later in the video, because today we're going to be breaking down freelancing, going over some of the things that I've learned over the years myself so that you can take your skills as a videographer or a creator and turn them into a career that will hopefully one day lead you to create a sponsored video like this one. So without delaying too much more, let's just get right into this. Alright, personally I've watched a lot of videos over the years on how I can make my own goal of becoming a full-time creator a reality. And with that said, I know that there's a lot of expectations that watching a video like this will somehow give you all the answers you need to start your freelancing career like yesterday. And I'm hoping that a lot of what I have to say in this video will be helpful for you, but ultimately it's going to take your own hard work and determination to get you to where you want to be, and that's only going to happen if you just start. Just start making videos, do them for free, do them for friends, do them for family, whatever you have to do, just start making them. If you're in the beginning stages of your freelance career, there can be a lot of things to think about. What camera should I buy? What lenses should I use? What am I going to edit my videos on? And while I wouldn't say that these things are unimportant, I also don't think that they should be something that holds you back from creating, especially now. Everyone on YouTube lately has been making videos with their smartphones, proving that it's definitely possible to make great content if you have the knowledge. And that's not to say that smartphones aren't pricey either, but it's much more likely that you have access to a smartphone rather than expensive camera gear, especially if you're just starting out. There's a lot of people entering the video creation world nowadays that it's a lot more important that you can start creating now with what you can get your hands on, rather than waiting for that camera down the line or spending a lot of money that you don't have on an expensive camera that you don't even know how to use. Like I did when I first started out, which was a huge mistake. I regretted it, so I wouldn't recommend that. But if you can do that, if you can take what you have available to you and just start creating now, you'll find that you're gonna learn a lot faster and a lot more efficiently than you would if you were just sitting around watching YouTube tutorials on something while you were waiting to get an actual camera, instead of actually just going out with the camera or whatever you had on hand to use and learning firsthand experience, hands-on, in the field. And I think that's gonna be something that's going to be applied for the rest of your filmmaking career. It's definitely something that I still realize every single day. The only way you're really going to learn for something is if you take what you're watching in these videos and you go out and practice it yourself over and over and over again. Now, let's say you've been doing video for a little bit. You've got a growing portfolio and you're starting to get a little bit more serious about your freelance career. You might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, what kind of videos am I gonna make? What am I gonna be known for? This can be difficult for creators because a lot of people will probably tell you to niche down, pick a specific topic or area to focus on and just only do that. But deciding what that is can be challenging. At least it has been for me over the last couple years, and I think that's definitely one of the things that was holding me back up until recently in my own freelancing career. Picking a niche just seems a little bit limiting. Tying yourself to only one type of content, it doesn't really make sense to me. One of the reasons that I got into filmmaking was to have the freedom of the creativity and the option to get involved with a lot of different things that I'm passionate about through filmmaking. So instead of trying to pick one niche, try creating a bunch of different kinds of content. And this is especially important if you're just starting out, because you don't really know what you're going to be good at or what you're really going to enjoy. You want to try different things. Personally for me, like I said, I had a hard time with this, so I actually have a few different social media channels that I post all my work on, so that way I'm still kind of in line with the whole Instagram algorithm thing of having a consistent looking feed, but also while not limiting myself to just one type of niche content. That way it gives me a lot of range to create, and I don't feel like I'm boxing myself in really. This way you'll get to figure out what kinds of work you really enjoy doing, what kinds you don't, and also what kind of work that you're putting out that people are responding best to. Most importantly though, this will definitely help to increase your network of the people that you know, which is something that I found to be one of the most important aspects of freelancing, because it's a big aspect of business overall. And I think that it's extremely overlooked or just under talked about when it comes to all these videos out there that cover this subject. You could be making the best content you could out there, but if you have nobody to share it with, then nobody's gonna see it, nobody's gonna repost it, and then it's just only you're gonna be the only one who knows that you're making these great videos. And while that's all well and good, it's definitely not gonna get you the freelance business that you're looking for. I'm sure you've all heard the saying before that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that is definitely true you're definitely going to realize that this plays an important part in your freelance career as you move forward, because making connections with people is hugely important. Building trust, rapport, having a connection with the customer and your fans and your fan base, whatever it is, that's all important, and that's partly what gets someone to follow you or choose your work over the competitors, is they like your work ethic or the personality or your story, where you came from. And none of that's possible if you don't actually connect with the people out there and start a conversation or something with them. So make sure that you don't overlook that part, because knowing people is going to be a huge portion of your career. These are the people who are going to see your work and share it with their friends, who share it with their friends, and possibly give you these job opportunities that you might not have otherwise been looking for. I've gotten plenty of job opportunities just by reaching out to people or having followed them and commented on their thing, and they in turn come back to my channel, look at my work and say, wow, I was looking at this and I shared it with my friend and they really like your stuff and they want to do a job. So when it comes to creating, make sure to try to do as many different kinds of content as you desire. Don't limit yourself, because by creating those different kinds of content, you're going to be happier, you're going to reach more people, you're going to get more jobs, you're going to make more connections, and it's the combination of all these things that are really going to propel you and drive the rest of your freelance career as you go on. Eventually, you're going to get to a point in your freelancing career where creating is just part of your daily routine, if it isn't already. You might be getting paid jobs by now, you might not be, but if you decided to stick with it this long, in any instance, you're probably pumping out content like crazy. Consistency is an important part of succeeding on social media, and succeeding on social media is also an important aspect of your freelance career as well. Creating content consistently is hard though. It's something I struggle with, and you definitely know this if you've been following this channel for a little bit. So this is where our friends over at Epidemic Sound come in, and Epidemic Sound is a music subscription service that I and many other bigger YouTubers that you've probably heard of, Peter McKinnon, Andreas Hem, people like them, have used. When you get into your flow as a creator, you're gonna find that having subscription services like this for music and sound effects, and then depending on what other ones you get, you can do video and After Effects templates and all that stuff. But whatever it is, these subscription services are really going to help you to keep your creative process from lagging. I can't tell you how many hours I used to spend on YouTube searching for good music to put in my own videos, only to run into problems later, like having them copyrighted or removed or limited on social media platforms. I've been using Epidemic Sound subscription service for a few years now, and it's super relieving to know that I can just go on their platform when I'm looking for a song, or even when I'm not, when I just have some project ideas in my head, and I can go through there and look through different moods and genres and stuff and easily find the tracks that I want or that will work with my project and download them with one click of a button. And then I know that when I use them in my videos, like for example my YouTube videos, and upload them, I won't get that copyright strike, and I can still monetize my videos, which is important to me as it's a source of income as a freelancer. And it's not kind of like a one-way company. I think they're very interactive with their customers and stuff like that. And finding a good company like Epidemic Sound that values its customers and builds kind of a community and a relationship with its creators is super rewarding. Long before I was provided with the opportunity to create this video for you all, I was consistently being rewarded by Epidemic Sound for being a customer with them and for creating content using their sound library. So one more thing before moving on from this topic is that before, Epidemic Sound only offered personal subscriptions to their music service. Now they're offering commercial plans to freelancers like you and I, which gives you access to over 32,000 tracks and over 60,000 sound effects that you can use in your videos. And the best part is that when you put this sound effects or the music in your videos and post them to your social media channels, it's all going to be cleared, because you can register your social media accounts through your account on Epidemic Sound on their platform and everything there. Having a commercial plan is also going to give you the option to use the same music and sound effects in videos that you're using for client projects, projects that you're getting paid for, and projects that they're probably going to take and run digital ads on their own social media platforms. So that's a big deal, and you can do this without crazy legal paperwork or super expensive licensing fees for individual tracks. And this is all without having to really do any extra work yourself, because you now have the option to send your client a direct link for them to go on to Epidemic Sound and clear the videos that have their music in it, so that way they can use them on their own channels without being copyrighted, and it's not any extra work for you, and that they're not not going to come back and say, hey, you know, we got this video copyrighted and taken down. What's the deal? I thought you said we were good with this. We just paid for this video. What the heck? Nope, none of that. Convenience. Now, if you've never used a subscription service like this before, you're probably going to be a little intimidated. It's natural for you to not want to give up your money to things that you don't know or haven't tried yet. So that's why Epidemic Sound is offering a 30-day free trial for all of you guys to prove just how awesome they are and just how good they are. And I guarantee you're probably not going to want to go back. That's what I did when I first started to really get serious about my content creation and, you know, getting to monetize my videos and stuff like that. Is I signed up for a bunch of free trials at different music services, and Epidemic Sound is eventually the one that I decided to stick with. And I'm really happy that it did, because otherwise I wouldn't have had this opportunity to make this video for you guys today. So it's definitely been super awesome and super fun. Whew. All right, well, that is pretty much the whole video, guys. I know it was a lot of talking, but I'll be really happy if you guys got something out of this video at least, and maybe some of the major talking points kind of hit home with you. But anyway, with all that said, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, or want me to touch on anything else that I think I missed in this video, make sure to leave a comment down below. I will try to read and get back to you on all of those. And definitely subscribe to this channel for more content to come. My goal was to make a video once a week every Friday. Obviously, I missed that this Friday, so you're probably going to see that on Saturday, this video, I mean. But definitely subscribe for more content to come. And until the next one, guys, I will see you then. All right, peace out.
Hit your line, what you fall through with the light sticks. Maybe help me spark the ideas. We got nowhere else to go, it's only up from there. I've been on my own, just running through the fields. Say vivid for the ears, I know that's how they like it. Yeah, I fantasize. Tell me that it's real when it's all said and done. I said it how I feel it.